team, wanted to make a quick video. It is the last day of the month, and I am pleased to say that it is my splurge day for my food challenge. I was doing $23 for groceries for the month, and it was tough. I know I just ate like one food regularly. It was hard to kind of vary it. It felt like, I don't know if that's true in all circumstances. Maybe I was just trying to like maintain a certain thing in my inventory, but it was hard to kind of mix it up. It was, now this is what I'm eating. And so I ended up like just eating noodles, and then just eating ramen, and then just eating beans, or no, then it was quinoa, and then it was beans, because I was trying to make it all last. And if I mixed it all together, I don't know if it would have lasted, or I'm not sure what my thought process was, but it just, it was redundant. It was very redundant. It was okay. I ran out of, I was supplementing with my pantry. So I did, run out of a lot of the good stuff within the first week of getting the groceries. I think I mentioned that. And then I didn't even get the ramen until like a week and a half or so into the challenge. And then it was gone like that. Of course, and I think that was because it was a food challenge. I had to have 2 things of ramen per, and I have never needed 2 things of ramen per. So that was probably just because of the stress, because I was trying to save it so hard. I had to have 2, which means I could not save it, and that's, anxiety and stress is a factor when you can't buy more groceries, and when you're working long hours to try to make ends meet. So those factors are going to be real, and you are going to try to, you might stress eat. That's one of the things that I am prone to, is stress eating. Like, food is medicine, but not necessarily in the best way, sometimes. Yeah, so I had to have 2. No one knows why. And so then the ramen was gone like that. And so then it was the quinoa, and I decided I didn't much care for quinoa. And then the last like 2 or 3 days, it was just pinto beans with spices. And I ran out of the onion powder during this, and then I'm almost through my Hispanic, which I wasn't the biggest fan of. So it was, just because of the amount of salt in it, and I didn't have oil, so that kind of reduced but that made me feel healthier, which is good. I wasn't frying as much, because I mentioned in a previous video, if I had oil and I could saute my veggies, they would have been gone like that, like in a couple days. And since I didn't, I was just using the veggies more sparingly, because they weren't delight. They were still good, but but I do love sauteed veggies. So I had that moment when I had 10 days left, when I was like, I can do this. I've got enough quinoa. I've got pinto beans. This is going to be fine. This is going to be great. And I felt really, really healthy. I started supplementing as well with the free meals at work, which, that's sort of the mission of that initiative. So I didn't feel like that was cheatery at all, so that was fine. But it was not that fun. It was not that great. I ended up clearing out those things in the pantry that have been sitting for the longer time, just because I did not find them as palatable. I know, but definitely experimentation. I got rid of those, and I got rid of that quinoa that has been sitting in there for a while. So it's okay. I am ready for another month. This time the pantry items are, pretty much used. I decided to try not to get the ramen this time around, because I was eating it so much and so quickly, and that is not the solution. So I'm going to try it with other foods. I went out today, and I will make a separate video for that. So I did have my splurge day today. I treated myself at a local restaurant for breakfast, and I spent the same amount just about on breakfast and dinner. I spent more on breakfast and dinner tonight than I have all of last month, because I got a coffee and just like a tea scone or tea cake, and a sandwich for breakfast, and that was like $21. And then at dinner, I bought a tea and a bag of breaded veggies from the grocery store, because those are my favorites and they're not in my budget. So this is my splurge day that you probably wouldn't get if you had no money, you know, if you just had the $23 for groceries. So I was treating myself hard today, and I spent more than $23 in a day on the foodstuffs that I was treating myself to. So that probably would not happen. But you know, I guess maybe your family could take you out and treat you, or you know, but I don't know. So that part was less good, but also really appreciated. So anyway, I'll make another video about this next month, what I got this month. So thanks so much. Bye.